Hey gang, Steven Sitkowski here. I'm the founder of Sitkowski Trading Academy. Figured I would share with you a trade that I looked at and actually executed today. It was a little earlier in the day, so the numbers might be just a bit different, but not appreciably. Keep in mind, I'm not suggesting you run out and take the same trade. I do this purely for educational purposes only. I don't obviously know anything about what you are suitable to do or not do, but the fact that you're on my YouTube channel tells me you're trying to learn and trying to get an edge on the market, and I love to teach. So that part's cool. By the way, I just finished up a live virtual 2-day class, and it just went fantastic. I'm going to be doing another one in May. So if you want to learn about that, just go to sitkowskitradingacademy.com and there's some information on it. Okay, so let's go, and I'm going to shift gears here. Take you to my handy-dandy software. By the way, those of you who aren't using this software and you want to, you're certainly able to do that. This software is $39.95 a month. And again, if you go to Sitkowski Trading Academy, look under products, it'll be the trading tool. But I want to talk to you, first of all, we always, take a broad look at the market, because we always want to be trading in harmony with the overall market, if possible. There are times when in a bullish market, we might take a bearish trade, but then you're kind of swimming against the current, as it were. So the market has obviously changed direction, hasn't it? I mean, you look, things are pretty bullish. Now, up until recently, they were pretty bearish, right? So this is where we had that big drop, cross below the 30-day moving average. But, then right here, we saw that it broke that trend, started moving the other direction. Now, big question that I get from folks, are we going to have a V-shaped recovery? I don't think so. If you listen to Jamie Dimon, who's the CEO at JP Morgan, basically he came out and said, no, I think we're going to retest bottoms before we get that real push. And most of the people that I listen to, I consider to be the smart money, all feel the same way. I don't think it's just straight up from here. In terms of news over the next 30 days, I think there's a lot more room for negative surprises than positive surprises. But, we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. But in any event, this is a bullish trade that I'm about to show you. And it is on Adobe. So if we look at the chart on Adobe, again, looks pretty darn impressive. We look at this and it's moving up and we're moving up. So we're kind of in that channel. Now, one of the things you always want to do is check to see when earnings announcements are coming out. So let's do that, because earnings can really move stuff. So it's not for 55 days. All right. So having looked at all of that, let's go back to the chart. I sort of asked myself, where do I think the price of Adobe is likely not to go? I don't need it to keep going up. I want to take a pretty conservative trade, and I see all kinds of support, like, kind of at this level right here, which is around 325. So I'm expecting this will stay above 325 for the next month or so, if I had to guess. By the way, if it starts to drop, I can always close the trade out early if I need to. So I structured the trade this way. Let me look at some more strike prices. So the expiration was May 15th, so we're talking about 25 days from now. And I ended up buying the 320 call, and I sold the 225 strike call. So to sell or to go short, you put in a minus. And if we look at that trade, it's putting in the pricing. So now this stock has moved on us a little bit. I actually got in. Now it's at $4.73. Oh, you know what? Hang tight, gang. Gave the wrong numbers. Okay. I'm thinking, how is that $100 a share for that option? It was the $3.25 that I sold. This makes a lot more sense. Okay. -1, and I bought the $3.20. So with this trade, basically, I now have the right to buy Adobe for $320 a share, but I sold somebody the right to buy it for $3.25 from me. The idea is that this option that I'm selling helps to pay for the option that I'm buying. It's kind of the whole concept. And I want for, to make a maximum profit on this for Adobe to stay above $3.25. If it drops below that, then I can get into a loss position. But in any event, let's take a look at this trade. And if I go to the midpoint on it, so $3.75, I actually got into this trade for $3.60 a share. At $3.75 cents a share, let's kind of look at the risk reward. So when you do a debit spread like this, the most money you can lose is whatever you pay to get into the trade, $3.75 a share or $375 per contract. Okay, so that's your maximum risk. Your maximum reward is the difference in the strikes. So what's the difference in the strikes? $3.25 and $3.20, right? So it's $5 minus your debit, which in this case would be $3.75. So your maximum profit, if this stock expired above $3.25, maximum profit is $1.25. Maximum risk is $3.75. So if we were to calculate that as a rate of return, let's do that. Okay, I'll do the math. So you go 125 divided by 375. Some of you can probably do this in your head. The return is 33%. So here's the deal. If Adobe stays above 325 between now and expiration, and these options, I just hold them until they expire, which I probably won't. I'll probably close it out early. But if I did that, it would provide a 33% rate of return. My maximum risk is $3.75. So now let me go back to this. And let's calculate, so what is our maximum profit? Or excuse me, what is our probability of profit? So if I look at the options, the delta on my short option is 68%. So what that means is there is a 68% chance that this trade will finish in the money, and there's a 32% chance that I would lose. So I've got about a 2/3 probability that I'll make money on this trade, 2/3, in exchange for a 33% rate of return. The key when you go to take trades like this is you've got to understand how to be able to monitor this trade and when is the proper time to get out. And I won't know the answer to that until I watch what happens here. In the event that this stock starts to fall and it starts to jeopardize this 325, then I'll close the position out early at that point. Now, if you don't understand what I just said, you don't want to jump into this trade at that point in time. And again, this is purely for illustrative purposes only. So if you like this kind of information, and I hope you do, then be sure and check in with me from time to time. If you haven't subscribed, do that. And also click on the notification bell so to let you know every time I post something new, because this market is moving so fast, you want timely information. All right, hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back with you shortly. Until then, be smart, be safe, stay away from other people, wear your mask when you go out in public, and may the good Lord watch over you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.